Jurak Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Jurak Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.
Greetings, everyone. It is the Tonic Man and the Tonic Man podcast once again with another great guest. Boy, oh boy, we're getting a lot of great guests with wonderful, amazing stories. Well, these stories are indicative of what JC Tonic, the youth solution, has been doing for over 80 years, folks. Do you know any other supplement out there that's been around for 80 years? I don't think so. There's probably not many products of any kind except maybe Kraft cheese. Old Mr. Kraft was driving around in his covered wagon. It's almost as if my dad was driving around in the covered wagon because he started this in 1922. He finally got the formula finalized probably about 1940 or 1 or 42 because in 1943 he started to commercialize it. And he was only doing that because he couldn't afford to give it away freely anymore. So many people were asking for it. And by 1945, he had a rip-roaring company going, and the letters started coming in. Of course, in those days, it was mailed by Pony Express, maybe. But the stories then are the stories of today. And our guest today has a number of health issues that seem to be disappearing. One of them has to do with what was going on back when my dad started, because nothing seems to change. Everything is the same. It just continues. And we've got all kinds of medication, all kinds of treatments, all kinds of everything these days. And yet people still can't seem to get a handle on their health issues. Let me bring in Lewis and he'll tell you his story, folks. It's a rip-roaring great story. Lewis, come on down. Tell everybody what's going on.
Hello, everyone. Well, hmm, over
Well, I
about
guess how old are you first?
I'm 60 right now. I just turned 60.
Just turned 60. I guess you were feeling a little older than 60 before you started the tonic.
Yeah, I was running down, losing strength. I felt like a toy that's on a battery that's on its last leg. That's exactly what I felt like.
Not the
Strength was
Energizer one, the one that runs out of energy.
yeah, it was I was losing strength. I was just oh, it was just bad.
When you say losing strength, were you doing strenuous work or working out, or how did you
Well,
notice strength? You were just
well, part
dragging
of it
around, or what?
part of it was I had no motivation. And the times when I had to take the trash out, it was heavier than normal. It was heavier than normal.
That's probably because you had so little energy, you didn't take it out every week. Instead, you were only doing it every 2 weeks, so it became heavier.
Well, it does go every week,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was just bad. I mean, over a decade ago, uh, I visited got a physical from the VA, and they were saying that I'm a type 2. So
You're a veteran?
yes,
Oh, I see. And they said you are a type 2 diabetic.
yeah,
How
and
bad? Did they say
well,
just starting or what?
it was just starting at that time. Blood sugar was high. Uh, Had to take the shot for a while. I got off the shot, and
You
then
it wasn't a pill, they actually injected thing.
no, yeah, I actually had to inject myself,
Wow. Oh, you
which
had
I
to do
didn't,
it. Yeah, yeah.
which I totally hated. Oh, and after a while, I was able to switch to food. I just kind of just started eating more vegetables and more fruit, making smoothies. Pretty much got
Eh,
away from candy. Uh,
well, I guess anything with sugar, you had to kind of more or less stop.
I'm kind of into natural supplements. You know, the greens. Oh, the green stuff that's kind of more natural. Buy a lot of fruit, eat eat more vegetables, raw. It's been a journey, but
So is that like 10 years ago it started and you're talking over the last 10 years you've been doing this?
yeah,
So
yeah,
how's your weight? Are you okay weight-wise?
yeah. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. And just from taking the tonic, I just started actually working out, and I'm able to do it without feeling, without feeling run down before I even start. It's actually gotten starting to get fun again.
Were you working out previously?
Well, yeah, before that, but it just got to where I just didn't want to do it anymore. I just had no energy, no motivation. I mean, and it didn't happen right away. It just happened. It happened gradually through the years.
So the motivation part, that's a mental thing. When people lose motivation, just
Yeah,
mentally they're drained.
yeah. I was really drained mentally, and I didn't want to do nothing. I mean, I wanted to, but it was just like, why? And but it's just like after, and as time went by, one day, and I just happened to see this, and it's like, what is this? Somebody sent me a card, and I was like, well, oh, what is it? I didn't. I kind of looked at it for a couple of days. I was like, well, maybe I'll just try it, just see what it is. And
Somebody
then,
sent you a card.
yeah, a postcard.
Well, isn't that something? They didn't even talk to you. They just sent you a postcard.
Exactly. Yeah,
How wow, great.
yeah. And it's like, and I've been taking it for over a month now. I'm on my second bottle now, and like I said, I mean, it's like I feel so much better now.
You're taking just an ounce a day?
Yep. Yeah, just an ounce a day. I might take two. If I really have to, I'll take two. But that hasn't been too many times at all yet. But mostly
What
one
is
day has
the
been doing it for me.
so now in a month or so, a little more than a month taking it, have you measured your sugar?
Not yet, but I want. But I intend to do that. But I feel great when here's the really interesting thing. When I started taking this thing, I say after the first week, I used to go running, and now I know I can actually go do it now without worrying about it now. You
You mean
know,
you used to go running like 10 years ago or last
Yeah,
year?
well, 10
Yeah.
years ago and even a little bit after that,
Yeah.
but now I know I can go back to it now. I mean, because I used to sprint. There's a place in my neighborhood where I can go sprint, where I can actually sprint for like
So
100.
you were a pretty good runner.
Yeah, I kinda did it on my own, but yeah,
Sure.
I never was on a track team or anything, but it was something that I did, that I like to do, and yeah, it's just like now I can enjoy it again now. I can actually start enjoying that.
So you think that has to do well, first of all, you have energy, but
Mhm.
also a mental attitude has changed.
Yes, and now I can concentrate better. I can memorize things better. It's just wow. I'm just, it's just like it's and like when I get ready to go to work in the morning, I know I can get through the day all right.
What do? You take it in the morning?
Take it in the morning. I work at a grocery store,
Yeah.
and I work
So
in the
so
meat. I
you're
work in the
you're
meat
you're
department. So,
so you're out early.
oh yeah, I work in the meat department. So I get to make sure the meat stays fresh and all that. And
Do people in the store notice a change in you?
you know, I haven't told anybody at work about it yet.
No, but have they said, "Hey, what are you up to?" Or you seem
Yeah.
different?
Yeah, you know what? They do. Yeah, they do that, but I
Yeah.
haven't told them about the product yet.
Their curiosity they'll ask you often enough, and finally they'll want to know, what did you do?
I'm able to get through the day a lot better.
So what else? You've got new energy. You've got a better mental clarity. You're more motivated, and now we're waiting to see how it has affected your sugar levels.
Yeah, that's the next thing I want to try.
Are you going back to the VA for an exam anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm not sure when that'll be, but it'll be about it should be about it in a month or two.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's been great. I'm just like I'm really glad that I found this because I didn't know what else to do because I was just trying to here I'm getting older. My kids are in college, and I'm just like, what am I gonna do? And I just and I kept trying to eat right, But when I saw this, it really kind of changed the game.
So, what was it on the card that got you to try it? What piqued your interest? What made you say, "I'm gonna try it"?
I just kind of sat back and read it, and I just couldn't put it down for some reason. And when I noticed that it's been around since the 40s, and I'm just like, okay, because like I see new supplements every day. You look on Instagram, Facebook,
Oh, there's a million supplements now.
they got a million of them out there. It's insane how much that's out there now. I mean, when I grew up, it was you take your Flintstone vitamins or
Yeah,
you know
well, when I grew up, the only thing you got was cod liver oil.
yeah. But then again, I remember my grandmother giving me that when it was wintertime,
Sure.
to take care of the cough. There's just so many things out there now. And it's for they got a supplement for everything now.
Well, that's it. That's the key that you just put your finger on. A supplement for everything. They have something for the liver, for the kidney, for the eyeball, for the arm, for the joint, for this, for that. And people have two, three, four, 10 different supplements. They're popping all kinds of pills. It's costing them two, three, $400 a month. And every time I've spoken to folks who have been doing that for the last 2, 3, 5, 10 years, the first thing I asked them, I said, "With all that, why are you calling us? You must feel like Superman." And they say, "No, nothing seems to work." And I said, "You take it something for 2 years and you don't feel it works, and you keep taking it?" And that surprises me more than anything. People are hoping and praying that something's going to work. They keep taking it. I can assure you, Lewis, you're not the only one. You're the 500,000th the person that has told us exactly the same thing. All the supplements they take, in the end, they do a little here, do a little there, but nothing seems to pull the whole body together. And this is a whole body approach. It really does revitalize and re energize and regenerate the whole body, not just one or two organs or one or two parts.
And I have to say that was the other thing that kind of interests me. It said that it detoxes your organs and make sure that they're running right. And it's like that's what people need, especially for me. It's the pancreas, the kidneys, and the liver.
Well,
You
people
know,
don't realize all those body parts are interrelated and
yeah,
interdependent, and one does not run all on its own. Sure, it does
exactly.
its things, but it's connected. And if the other organs are not in too good shape and you're taking something for your pancreas, maybe it won't work because it's not because of the pancreas, it's because of something else that affects the pancreas. But,
Yeah.
I'm
One
glad that
thing,
you are on the road. You were saying you might take 2 ounces. I can assure you, if you take a second ounce a day, everything is gonna accelerate, everything you're feeling, and then more, just because the body is so in need of a revitalization. When you have something like too much sugar in your blood or mental fogness, I mean, those things develop over 10, 20, 30 years. And to roll it back to the way you were 20 years ago, it's not an easy thing. The body can do it, but it takes a little bit of time. Some people it's faster, some is slower. You seem to be going quite fast, and that's great.
yeah. And one thing, it's just that one of the reasons why I really looked into this and what kind of got me curious was that I got people in my family who have been really sick, and particularly my dad.
Wow, how sick is he?
Well, he already passed away a few years ago.
Oh my good lord, sorry. Wow.
It was diabetes.
It was diabetes?
Yeah,
Maybe but diabetes 1, it was his pancreas?
two. It was two,
It was
but
2?
it got worse. He had kidney failure,
Yeah, well, when that sugar, starts to affect the extremities, your toes and your legs and numbness, believe me, everything else in the body is being affected negatively too.
and and I'm glad to say he didn't get anything cut off, but
You know, I just talked to a
he was
fellow,
bad.
a month ago who had 4 toes amputated. He used to drink the tonic years ago, And then he stopped. And I said, when you started having the neuropathy and losing the feeling in your toes, why didn't you start again? Well, he said, I tried everything that everybody told me to try. And yet, I don't know, did we send you any of the audios or the videos that we have? There's all kinds of people who have
Yeah,
reported to us. You've heard some?
yeah,
You
some of
know,
them, but not
you
all of them
know,
yet.
no, we make no claims, and this is not a cure for anything, but we have people who tell us that they don't have high sugar any longer. It's coming down, or it's down, or it's balanced, or you know. So whatever's happening in the body is regulating itself and bringing the sugars down. Of course, if you can cut the sugar out of your diet, that's a big help. People find that difficult because they get hooked on all that.
And I think one of the biggest things is that ground that we plant that we plant food in, it lacks a lot of minerals, and I think that's one of the biggest things too. That's one of the biggest things. We lack minerals in our part of our nutrition, and that's a lot of reasons why we have a lot of these diseases and stuff. And
Well, Lewis, that certainly is true. However, in America, if people even ate the vegetables that were now available with the minimum amounts of minerals, they will be healthy. It's that they're not eating the vegetables at all, or they're eating the plastic foods or the prepared foods, and everything is void of everything. So
yeah,
they're lacking in all the vital minerals. Of course, we've got the vital minerals in the tonic.
yeah, yeah, and I'm definitely seeing that. It's like really, it's just like now I can when I get up in the morning, I don't feel sluggish anymore. And even if I get up like late at night, just for whatever, and I can focus. I can focus now. It's just like I'm alert, and I'm able to relatively go back and I'm able to go back to sleep pretty good.
Well, then you're going to get to my age. I'm 88 now. I'm in pretty good shape for an old guy. And I don't know any other reason except that I've been drinking this for many, many years. But I eat good food, and I always have. I'm not a big junk food eater. Sure, I'll go out once in a while and junk food out. But you can do it when your body is relatively healthy because it knows how to clean itself up. It's the people that eat the junk food 3 times or 4 times a day for 25 years. The body finally gives up. It can't sustain itself.
That's true. That is
So
very true.
you continue eating all the veggies and all the good green stuff. That's going to be the key, that's for sure. But the tonic is going to start cleaning up your body more and more, and every organ is going to have like a second wind and start to function better. And little by little, the body starts to regenerate itself, and it starts to work like it used to maybe 20 years ago. And that's why we call it a youth solution, because we have photos of people who started drinking this. There's one, oh, you'll see this one. The lady is 86 years old, and we have a photo of her at 68. And I guarantee you're going to think the 68 one, she was 86, and the 86 one, she's 66. It is unbelievable. She's 86 now, and she just announced on her podcast she has a new boyfriend, and they're thinking of getting married. And she said, all my body parts work. So she really is much younger than her age. And she's been drinking for 30 years. And we have tons of people who have been drinking for 20, 30, and 40 years. And they all look 10 or 20 years younger. And they feel younger. And they're like you, they have the energy again. So you stick with it, Lewis, because this is only going to be the cheapest health insurance you'll ever have as you grow older. Watch and see how many fewer times you have to go to the doctor, or how many fewer times you have something wrong that you're going to miss work or something. Everybody, no matter what they suffer of, in a week or at least a month, you know that something good is happening. You may not really realize what's happening, but the hair gets better, the skin gets better, everything starts to change in the body. It is a youth solution. Well, we're here anytime you need. You let us know, and we're going to get an update in the next few months. But do let us know after you have your next examination. How's the sugar? What does the doctor say? Because that measurement in the blood is what they go by. And even if it comes down only a little bit, it doesn't matter. Or even if it doesn't go up, but it stays stationary, then you know you're on the right track. So there you are, folks. I'm not going to take a long time, but think of your own life. Think of your loved ones. Do any of them have any of those symptoms or have started suffering from those kind of weaknesses? Imagine this started with him 10 years ago, and it got worse and worse to the point that he was thinking, what am I going to do? And I know that a lot of you out there are in the same boat. What am I going to do? Everything you've tried doesn't seem to work. People that you talk to, they're trying this, trying that, and they're reporting that it's not working. Get to them, talk to them, get them a bottle, and let them have the same experience. And by the way, just in case, go to the website now. There is a very, very great discount, I guess you can call it. You buy one bottle, you get one free. It's 50% discount. Take advantage of it. Fill out the form, and in return, you get 50% off. How's that for a deal? So here I am, once again, the Tonic Man, and strong like bull. That's because I drink 3 to 4 ounces a day, but you don't need that. Start with the 1 ounce, go to 2. If you're doing a lot of stuff or working out or have a heavy duty job or working late shifts or working out in the gym all day long, that's a different story. Boost the dose. You'll be happy you did. Have a great rest of your day. As we like to say, take an ounce and feel the bounce. Bye for now.